Simon Sound and I saw Mother. It is directed and written by Bong Joon-ho, and if you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. This movie starts, we're following a mother. She is widowed, and her son. The son's name is Do-jun, and the son is disabled. Not disabled like physically, but he has an intellectual disability. And every time someone comes in him to be like, hey, you are dumb, big dumb energy. You know what this guy does? He freaks out. He's like, ah! He starts freaking out and just wants to cause all the fights in the world. And so the mother has to come to his aid a lot. But uh-oh, where'd he go? He just got yoinked. He looks like he just got yoinked, and she's like, where'd you go? Where'd you go? But then he's like, fine, whatever. What's interesting about this movie is that Do-jun is pretty interesting. He's just so hot-headed, and he feels the need to fight with anyone who questions his intellect. It's definitely one of those cases where the lower IQ you have, the more you feel like you have to be smart. And so this guy is like really dumb, and he gets himself into bad situations all the time. And then we have the mothers trying to be there to protect him. Bad situation that Do-jun gets himself into. He follows this girl home, and then this girl is murdered, and because he followed the girl home, he's now brought into custody. And the mother's like, no, my poor child is so beautiful and amazing. I gotta find who did this to my poor child, who done did the murders, okay? I gotta figure out what's happening here. And so she goes around, she's looking for all this evidence. What's fun about her snooping around is she learns more and more about the truth of her son as she does this, which I find to be fascinating. She's learning about how her son is even more hot-headed, and the son is being framed for this murder, but it does turn out that he did do another murder. He's like, no, he did not do this murder. No, I will not accept that my son did this murder. No. What's interesting is she goes to the person's place, and she just burns it down. I'm like, what? Why? Oh, because you're so confident that your son didn't do anything. And then when you later on figure out that your son did actually do that, it's just kind of devastating, and you have to live with yourself living through that. I find this to be so fun and so fascinating. Oh boy. This guy is just so hot-headed that he will accidentally kill somebody for calling him disabled, dumb, retarded, something like that. He'll just be so angry and so upset that he'll do anything. He's now in the prison. What's fun is that we have the mother visiting Do-jun in the prison, and Do-jun's like, I remember the time where you fed us chemicals so you could kill us all. And it's like, oh, please don't bring up the past, because this past is uncomfortable. Maybe things are just best left forgotten, okay, guy, don't you know? Oh, man, watching this movie gives me so much anxiety, because I'm like, man, Do-jun is kind of really dumb. I'm not exactly sure what I want him to do. I don't know if I want him to live, if I want him to keep being arrested. Maybe that's the best place for him, is just in the prison system, so there's, some structure or whatever. But you do have to deal with a lot of bad people in prison. I don't know if this is the best place for him, but if he did commit that murder, then it is the best place for him. The mother is so desperate to get her son out of prison that she stumbles onto the actual murderer of the lady at the beginning of the movie, that Do-jun. Murder? Question mark, did he murder? Who cares? Go lock him up. So he's locked up for that murder, but she actually figures out, but it wasn't him. We got him now. He's free. He's in my arms. I'll never leave him again. And I'm just like, this makes me so sad. I'm so sad, okay? I'm so sad. Why? Why did this guy have to just be so hot-headed? Why does he have to fight everyone that calls him a retard? Come on, I'm just... cry. The mother goes insanely far with trying to prove that her son did not do the murders. We're gonna break into houses, right? Look, here's something that looks like blood. Well, actually, it's lipstick. Oh, look, this guy does nosebleeds. Oh, well, that's proof, right? Turns out the nosebleed is from something unrelated and not related to murder whatsoever. And I'm just like, oh man, this mother is really trying to find evidence that the son did not do any murder. So much framing happens that even the mother is like, hey, here's the guy. This guy is even more retarded than my son. He did it. He did the murders, and so I'll have my son back, please. Like, oh my goodness, this is not helping. Mother, you're not the best person. You actually just kind of suck, and I hate you now because there's evidence that your son did a murder, and you're like, oh, actually, somebody else did the murder. Can I have my son back, please? And they're like, sure, yeah, we'll just give you your son back. And I'm just like, oh boy, well, I guess you'll have a happy ending with each other, right? You better appreciate your son while he's here now. You better appreciate him, man, or else you're gonna use him. That's no good. Don't use him. Using is bad. Using your son is bad. But also, I don't know if the son really appreciates his life, what you did for your son, the widow specifically. Why am I speaking directly to the widow? She did so much. She sacrificed so much so she could be with her son. She even sacrificed her position in life because she got caught. She could also have gone to jail. So overall, this lesson of the movie is, for me, that I learned is it's okay to defend your retarded child if he did a murder. All you have to do is get him out, is to make sure that somebody else is taking the heat, not him, so you can hang out with him, live forever. Oh boy, that's what this movie taught me. I'm not exactly sure if the mother's a good person. I'm not really liking her, but I do appreciate her dedication to her son. I really do appreciate it, but also she's kind of a terrible person. I don't know how else to feel about this movie, honestly. This movie's got me feeling a lot of mixed things. On the one hand, she is loyal, but she's also incredibly alone. And if the son is gone, then she is alone forever. So I see why she feels the need to keep her son out of prison. But on the other hand, justice, man. She's not doing justice. I mean, she's not a police officer. She's not a lawyer. She's not part of the court system. So, of course, she's not sworn to protect law and order. Also, the meat grinder just turned on back there. I'm grinding meat to feed Dojun. Okay? He likes meat. He specifically likes chicken. He's a big chicken fan. And I grind the meat in there. It's a big old paste, and I put it on a bun, and I feed it to him. He likes it. So that's what that sound is back there. I'm preparing to feed Dojun. Well, anyway, what do you think of this movie? Does my description of this movie help you want to watch this? This movie is definitely messed up. It's a big thinker movie. It makes me have a big think like, oh man, would I do this for my son who is retarded and I want to keep him out of the system? So I'll do anything, including framing another person, to keep my son out of the system. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Have you seen this movie? What's your favorite part of this movie? I gotta give this movie, it's a solid 7.7 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. The platform really likes that. If you want a fast track movie review, you can do that for $20 Redinos at patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you'd like to help support the daily grind of all them daily movie reviews, go to this link tree. By the way, you can help support the daily grind of all them daily movie reviews. So you can go here. And until next time, in salad sauce, you like to my sour croutons and bacon bits.